I'm Sheriff Jason Mikeson with the Teller County Sheriff's Office. This will be our last briefing for this evening, and then we'll do more briefings tomorrow morning once I have another update. But I kind of want to give you where we're sitting right now. So right now, the different fire agencies that are on scene and still here are SoCo Fire, Black Forest Fire, Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, Security Widefield Fire Department, Cripple Creek Fire Department, Pikes Peak Regional IMT, Lake George Fire Protection District, Jefferson Como Fire Protection District, Northeast Teller County Fire Department, United States Forest Service and their Hot Shot crews, 4 Mile Fire Protection District, UPass Regional Ambulance, Divide Fire Protection District, Colorado Springs Fire Department, Colorado Division of Fire Prevention and Control, and a multitude of other partners. So I just want to tell you that up front, it's so that people know that we are taking this fire very seriously. We've had some great gains today, so I'm going to kind of explain how that's going. As of 4:30 this afternoon, the Highland Lakes Fire is 60% contained. So we're up from 15% to a 60% containment. We are going to lift the pre-evacuation areas. These orders encompass Spring Valley, Aspen Moors, Central Divide, and all others that are identified in yellow on our pre-evacuation maps. This does not change any of the evacuated mandatory areas. It only changes the pre-evac to we're taking that off of the pre-evacuation list, okay? So people will be able to get, well, they're always able to get back in their places, but we feel pretty safe with those areas at this point. I will tell you the fire departments in the air that hit this morning and all the resources we put aggressively into those areas have done a great job, and that's why we're sitting where we're at now. Be advised, we really did not get a lot of the moisture we thought we were going to get this afternoon. So it's still pretty dry. The winds have dried it out quite a bit. We're hoping for some good fire behavior this evening that will help us be able to manage the fire even more tomorrow. So that's kind of where we're sitting. Here's our hopes. By tomorrow at 10 a.m., we feel comfortable for calling some gradual reentries into some of the mandated areas for evacuation. Those areas are going to be for Aspen Village, Broken Wheel, and Highland Lakes. This is weather dependent. It's also fire behavior dependent. If we get a fire flare up, we may have to cancel that. But we are looking to be able to put people back into their homes in those certain areas hopefully tomorrow. And I say hope because we still have a fire to contend with. We really have to make people understand that there's still fire behavior. We are still getting some things that are kicking up in areas that we're concerned about, but we do feel most comfortable or comfortable enough that we think that we can gradually have people go back into those mandated areas that we have for eviction or evacuations. Right now, that's kind of what I can give you for those types of things. All the investigation questions, I really can't give you any more any of the information on the investigation. We are in contact with the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office, and they're working with us on an investigation along with the Colorado fire prevention teams, and their investigators. So right now, that's where that's at. I can't give you names, locations, or any of the other information about those properties or that property. Any questions?
Any update on acreage?
So it's still the same acreage. We're sitting at 166 acres. Here's the problem. We've been unable to run our MMA flights, which is the multi-mission aircraft. Right now, the winds have just been too high and the gusts. So hopefully, if the winds die down, we can get one up tomorrow. But as it sits right now, that's kind of where we're at. So before I go on with any other questions, I want to have Dan Williams, our county commissioner, speak.
I just want to add this. Teller County residents are incredibly resilient. And we know, Jason and I and the other commissioners, talked to a lot of them last night at the shelters at different places. We know we have people sleeping in cars with their pets. We just ask for their forbearance to keep tempers down. What Jason just briefed you is a hope, and it's based on a lot of complex analysis. It's based on fire chiefs. It's based on risk assessment. And at the end of the day, we want everybody to get home safely. So one more night of bearing with us. We'll be out personally tomorrow with all the commissioners, first responders, with Jason early, looking them in the eye, and our hope is to bring them back tomorrow. But just, if you could, as the press, thank you for what you're doing to get the word out. But I would ask those listening tonight to bear with us, have patience, trust your chain of command, trust your your county government, your first responders. Again, we haven't hurt anybody. We only lost that one initial home, and we don't want to hurt anybody in a rush to get back. So we really appreciate it. And again, thank you for everything you're doing, Jason.
Thanks, Dan. What I want to do is open it up for questions and then see what we have.
Sheriff, you were at the fire line for a lot of today. Could you give us an idea of what it looks like? What are you seeing on ground zero over there?
You know, a lot of wind, right? A lot of wind and a lot of smoke that's being dispersed because of the high winds. A lot of the burning wood odors in the air. I will tell you, that's one of my biggest concerns is just watching out there on the fire lines, just the amount of wind that's whipping through those canyons and those draws. It's really pushing fire behavior. And to know it's keeping that fire alive. So last night we did a lot of lines with bulldozers and then with county road graders, and we were able to do back burns, which is really the one thing that you can do to help take away the fuel from those fires, and that is helping us a bunch. So when we're on the fire line and we're looking at these things, I feel pretty happy with the fact they did so much work, and that is slowing down this fire a lot.
Any additional damage to homes, structures, recreational facilities that you know of?
You know, there's been none. The fire was very close to the back of the Golden Bell camp, which has been a historic camp for many, many years. We've lost no other structures. We have had it threaten a lot of structures. And I'm going to tell you this, we're going to have a lot of residents when they do get to go home that are going to find that those fires went around their houses and those fire agencies were able to protect them from those things, and that it came right up to the back door. So I'm very happy to say our structure teams and our fire departments did a great job at protecting homes, just like they always have in this county.
Any resources being released back to their counties, back to the state, or is everybody staying here for now?
We've released some of the state units. The command team for the state has left so that they can be utilized in case of any other emergencies. Right now, we feel that as a county, we actually have management of this, and they're doing very well. So.
Was a peak alert sent out last night? Because we spoke with some people who said they didn't receive an alert.
Yeah, there was peak alerts that were sent out last night, yes.
And yeah, just this is going to be my line question for the most part.
Sure.
Why is it so important for people to sign up for peak alerts?
You know, the one thing about peak alerts, it's going to notify you what's happening in your areas. That's why it's so important for you to sign up. And I go to a lot of places and people say, well, how am I going to get notified of this? We've been putting this out for several years now to get signed up for peak alerts. That is the one thing that will notify you wherever you're at once those messages go out. And it's just highly important that you do so, because that's going to be your first evacuation notice before you see a deputy coming up your driveway.
And what should people do if they haven't signed up for the alerts or they haven't received the alerts?
Yep, so if they go to the Teller County Sheriff's Office webpage, they can actually click on and sign up for those peak alerts, and or they can come here and we'll walk people through it, but we really want to make sure people get on that system.
If they weren't able to receive alerts at all?
And do what?
If they weren't able to receive alerts, like
Yeah.
for poor service or something like that?
That's unfortunate, because here in the county, we do have a lot of areas that don't have those. Here's part of the problem that we run into. It is a person's responsibility to make sure they are getting notifications, either through your Wi-Fi systems, your emails, they're watching their local news channels. I get a lot of these questions about, we don't have a normal phone, we don't have a computer, I can't put a letter in the mail to tell you there's an evacuation in place. We do send deputies to doors, but depending on how fast a fire moves, by the time I'm getting deputies to you, and we do this very quickly, and it goes on with our search and rescue, we are very quick at getting people into you. But you still have to get those personnel. And in a fire like this, if you don't have a way for us to contact you, it's almost impossible for us to get you notifications immediately. That's why it's so important to have something up here that you can be notified on. Wi-Fi, a computer with Wi-Fi, watching TV and having the TV set on, or the radio channels, or we even use the radio systems to do so. So all those things, we would appreciate people getting on. It makes our jobs easier.
Last night, you guys were hoping for a brief window to kind of let people back in, get some of that essential medication and whatnot.
Yep.
Were you guys able to get that this morning, or is tomorrow's reentry kind of the first time people are getting back in?
Yeah, so I believe we assisted somewhere between 60 and 100 people getting them back in today to do that. we're really coming up to a point where we're gonna kind of slow that down because we're turning into night. We're not gonna do that anymore today. We'll probably, hopefully, look at reintroduction of everyone into their areas tomorrow if fire behavior stays good. And really, if we're able to make sure that we get some moisture tonight. So that's our biggest thing. We really want to see some moisture on the ground, and we really want to see the fire crews work on some lines and making sure those hand lines get attached. Yeah.
Sheriff, are you feeling some relief tonight compared to where you were last night?
Absolutely. Here's the thing, as a sheriff, one of the worst things that you fear in life that keeps you up at night is a fire in the middle of a subdivision, and we can't get people out. This fire had that potential. And the scary thing about it for me is either losing a first responder or losing a citizen. We've almost had that before in fires, in the High Chateau fire and some different ones. So having to think that situation through and worry about that, I don't want to lose a first responder or anyone else. So it's a nice ringtone. It's loud, that's for sure.
Is it the governor? Is it the president?
It's my my wife who probably is telling me I need to come home at some point today. So, but that's the big thing is really it does make you nervous. So these types of fires, when they're direct impact and they're right off somebody's property, it's nervous. Yeah. So last night was a lot of nervousness. Today, I feel a lot more comfortable than I did yesterday.
How are the firefighters holding up? I mean, it's 24 hours since they've been fighting, they get tired. How are they holding up?
They're holding up. I mean, this is their community. I have a lot of these firefighters that are fighting this fire that are actually evacuated in this fire. It makes it a whole different ballgame when you're fighting for your own houses. And I will tell you this, the heart of these first responders in this community, because we deal with these fires a lot over the last few years. Well, 10 years that I've been, or 8 years that I've been a sheriff. So, really what I look at is just a heart for their community and what they're fighting for. So that drives them a little bit harder than others. And then the other side of it too, we have crews coming in that really want to help and get on these fires. So, they're great people. But yes, does it take a toll? It absolutely does.
Some of the people we spoke with who were evacuated said they did a lot of fire mitigation before this fire even happened. So how important was that toward this firefight to help out the firefighters out there?
Yeah, fire mitigation and the removal of a lot of that brush and things is a great thing. It's a great tool for us because it allows us to have more time, because really we're just buying time, right? So it's always helpful. Here's the thing, even in a mitigated area, you're still going to have some fire behavior, especially with the winds and stuff, that are going to drive a fire, because grass is going to grow. You're still going to get trees that, once they get heated up enough, are still going to combust. So, and depending on how close that is to your house. I would tell you that a lot of these homes had good mitigation, and that's one of the reasons the fire departments are able to save them and work on them. So it's huge.
Of course, today the priority is community response, helping those who are evacuated, but after all that's said and done, the fire's contained, a lot of eyes will be on the investigation. Can you give a quick recap of what we know so far and what you can say about it?
I can tell you I can't talk about the name or the address. I will tell you that we do know it was either an accident or a possible criminal investigation of this, or it is a criminal investigation, because it always starts as a criminal investigation until we know further. I do have detectives and investigators from the state here in the 4th Judicial District looking at it. The bigger side of that is we did lose a house, right? So there has been some property loss, and it did. We had a lot of people that were displaced, and threatened a lot of homes. So anytime that happens, we do look at each and every single one of these as a criminal case until we know better. Any other questions?
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, guys. I will probably see you tomorrow. We will notify you as soon as we're going to have another briefing, and that way I know a little bit more information and we can get it out to you. Thanks, and have a great day.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.